Welcome everybody to Funeral Nation episode 139. I'm Ryan Thogmartin. That is Jeff, the Funeral Commander Harbison.
Hey man, I understand you're just coming back from a snowy adventure.
Yeah, we were in Park City, Utah, skiing for the first time, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, did y'all have a good time?
We had a blast. Great place. Just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous out there.
Well, interesting. You're getting ready to see it all over again. I understand that up there in Ohio, and all you folks that don't get sunshine are going to get hammered this weekend.
Yeah, we're supposed to get like 5 to 8 inches or something like that. So
I saw some city, Lake Tahoe, 6 feet.
Yeah, when we were in Park City, they got 21 inches in a matter of 12 hours. It's insanity.
See, that's just nuts. Well, speaking of emergencies and needing your money, right?
That's right.
CJ with the boys, Jamie and those guys do a fabulous job. We'll have some special announcements of what they're doing different soon. But
Yes,
now
we
they
will.
are our title sponsor. Hey, if you aren't been paid from the funeral, it ain't over with yet. Roll that promo.
What payment method do you prefer families use for your goods and services? Most funeral homes and cemeteries prefer cash check or credit card over life insurance as the preferred method of payment. However, families who use life insurance are able to purchase the funeral service of their choice and spend 31% more on your goods and services. By encouraging more families to pay with insurance, you can create a better experience for the family and become more profitable without increasing your call volume. The reason most firms prefer cash check or credit card over life insurance is that insurance companies are a hassle to deal with, and payment can often take weeks or months to receive. With C&J Financial, you can receive funding within 24 hours of verification of benefit, thereby eliminating the hassle, headache, and cash flow delay in processing insurance death claims. Let us show you why hundreds of funeral homes all across America choose C&J for their assignment funding needs, and why many associations, accounting firms, and industry leaders recommend C&J to their clients and members.
So, Ryan, you set up a really great looking post on your Disrupt You
Tuesday.
this week.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. Talked about marketing. I think the two of us are in the business, and we should take this segment and talk a little bit about it. So,
Let's go for it.
Let's start with the basics and the math. Bottom line is, before you do anything, before you set out on a marketing program, before you have to understand whether your firm is successful or not as far as revenue is concerned, right? Because just going out and starting a marketing program, you don't know where you're leaking. So I use the analogy here at the Foresight Companies of taking your firm to the Mayo Clinic for financials. That way, you can take a look at the MRIs. You can look at all the things that are in there, get blood work, come back and say, okay, you're doing really well over here, but you need to start changing your diet. You have a propensity for heart disease. Oh, by the way, we need to take off that cancerous mole, and we're going to monitor you over time and give you some medicine. Well, going out doing anything else, making any decisions before doing that doesn't make sense because, frankly, you don't know what's wrong.
That's
Does
right.
that make sense to you?
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. You got to check for a pulse.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, they'll say, oh, yeah, we need to do so-and-so. But, yeah, you're losing thousands of dollars on this end. So the next point up is let's take a $750,000 a year annual revenue funeral home, okay? Kind of average, plus or minus. We believe that you should have between 4 and 6% of revenue spent on marketing advertising, all right? So let's go in the middle and pick 5. And call that about $38,000 on an annual budget out of $750,000, and that comes out to a little over $3,000 a month. Okay, so just for kind of a quick, the next couple of minutes, how do you see we should spend and allocate those dollars? I already know one of the answers.
Yeah, no, I mean, and right off the bat, number one is a good social media strategy where you are actually creating content for a purpose and running a multi-level Facebook ad campaign. So $1,000 to $2,000 a month is going to be able to give you a solid social media presence because it's the cheapest, most cost-effective way to reach the consumer, and it's 100% measurable, which is different than the majority of traditional marketing outlets that a funeral home is going to walk down.
Right. And inside that social media, the content messages should be?
They should be straightforward. They should be clear. They should be relationship building, and they should be internal, and they should be focused on your firm. And that content strategy builds relationships, which ultimately can be leveraged through Facebook ads to drive a lead. It's not rocket science. It's just actually spending the time and the dollars to make it work.
Right, because the ad space is extremely inexpensive. When we go back to the content as well, NFDA and others have reported that the number one reason people choose a funeral home because of relationship.
That's right.
That means they know somebody. The other is they know somebody that used it and they like their reputation. So it's all about the people.
Yep.
This relationship business. But if you don't, I think anyway, most consumers can't differentiate between funeral homes.
That's right.
They don't know one from the other. How do you set yourself out? That's partly through the social media program.
That's right, because if someone goes to Google and they search, there's no differentiator between you and anybody else. Everybody is blue letters in Google. So then it becomes clicking on a link, looking for pricing, and now the decision comes on price because there's no other differentiator.
Right. So I'm going to take a quick break because you just brought up Google. Ring marketing. Hello, the phone's ringing. That's what you need. Let's run Welton Hong's promotion.
We're Ring Marketing. We help funeral homes generate at least 10 more at-need calls per month. Our techniques help you dominate local search rankings and become the top choice for services in your area. We also proudly offer a 100% money-back guarantee. For a free copy of our book, visit www.funeralhomeprofits.com.
Yeah, see, that's another integral part of the marketing is that you've got to have your presence on the internet known.
That's right. Yep.
Right? Facebook's one thing. This is another piece. Some of the other programs that I suggest and I've been successful with and we help funeral homes with is you need to do your own seminars. All right. You need to bring people in and share with them, with attorneys, end-of-life issues, veterans issues. There's all sorts of things that we have to talk about within our community. And if we don't, they go find it themselves.
That's right.
Invite them to your funeral home. They need to see and differentiate what you have to offer. Along the same lines, I believe that aftercare is absolutely something that's important. Now, let me make sure and differentiate. Aftercare is not something where it's grief counseling. Funeral directors, you're not grief counselors. You're just not. However, aftercare programs can be an abundance of things, from taking trips to having fun classes. It doesn't have to do anything to do with death.
That's right.
It's to give opportunities as a club for people to get together, and your funeral home sponsors it. Agree?
I love it. Absolutely.
Right. And I think another line that we go along, you and I are really good at, we understand, is a personal brand.
Mm-hmm.
A Mr. and Miss Funeral Home owner, you have your funeral home, and then you have you. And with you, you need to be the subject matter expert in your community on death, funerals, cremations, and guess what? Cemeteries and what to do. Write articles for the local paper. They're always asking for it. Trust me, they're after it. And if you can get a regular one, that's great. If you can get on TV, do everything you can to self-promote you as a brand being the expert in your field, in your community.
Yeah, and let's not forget the staff as well. Staff is, everyone in the firm has their own personal brand, and those personal brands will always be more valuable than the business brand or logo.
I'm with you. Speaking of keeping staff together and working, we've got our friends at Kraken, right? They've got their tentacles everywhere. They've got the best whiteboard. I understand they're going to have some great accounting pieces coming in soon, so I'll have more to talk about that later. But let's share what Kraken has to do out here for funeral directors.
Like you, Kraken is committed to improving the customer experience. One way we demonstrate that is to integrate with the vendors you use and love. We've built the most powerful integration tool to connect you to all your preferred vendors. We can integrate under one tool your website, answering service, funeral funding, urns, CRM, vaults, stationery, flowers, fluids, accounting, and all the other products and services that are important to you. We continue to invest in our integrations to ensure you get the most out of technology. Our integrations streamline your work and save you time and money. At work, at home, and at play, Kraken's integrations connect you to your favorite vendors. If a vendor's important to you, they're important to us. Our integrations make your work easier, not harder. Which integration tool are you using? Tips like these can help you free up your time so you can spend more time with your families. Learn more about Kraken at kraken.net.
Let's get cracking.
Well, good conversation, Jeff. I mean, I think you and I could go on for hours about the marketing side of things. So, I mean, is there anything else that funeral homes should definitely touch on from a marketing perspective?
Yeah, make a plan. But until you get the dollars in, until you take it to the Mayo Clinic, don't make a plan. You don't know where you need. You got pre-need. Pre-need's the marketing, but it's not in totem. Okay? Did I say that in totem?
You
I don't
did.
even know if that's a word.
It might be, but I don't know. Who cares? We'll roll with it.
I put my foot in my mouth, right? But that was not such a bad one. Anyway, thanks for today. We're going to have 2 guests next week. They're going to be a little bit of a surprise and fun. They're always characters to have on here. But for now, I think it's time that we sign out, and, you need to hunker in for the snow. That's
right. Hunker in for snow. And then comment below. How are you spending your marketing dollars? What have we missed? And tell us why it's valuable.
I'll tell you what not to do. If I come to your town and I see an ad in Yellow Pages, I'm going to tear it out of the hotel room and bring it to you and put it on your front door. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's right. That's a big no-no. Big no-no. Okay, Commander. Well, you enjoy the sunshine. I'm going to build a snowman. Until next time, have a great effing week.